Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. Here we are, Yom Shlishi Pa'amayim Kitov. What a wonderful day it is. We ask you to please continue davening for Chayalei Tzvah Gana Yisrael, for Shalom L'chol Patzui Yisrael, safety of brothers and sisters in Israel. And we learn Ish Day L'Ili Nishmat, Ser and Daniel Shimon Harav Dernom Yishal Shem Kam Damo. And today is special dedication, one of our most loyal listeners celebrating a birthday today, to our favorite Levi, Rabbi Shua Chaim. You know who you are. Thank you so much for your loyalty. Thank you so much for learning with us. Hope you have a great, great Fleishik day. Hamev and Yavin. The next chapter, Ha'ma'avar ben Shabbos l'Tisha B'Av shecham motzei Shabbos. Klalhu she'ein avelus b'Shabbos. So we have a principle that there is no mourning observed on Shabbos. Certainly no outward mourning. V'lochein kasher Tisha B'Av chal b'Shabbos hatzom nidchli yom rishon. So if Tisha B'Av on the calendar, which can fall out the 9th day on Shabbos, so then the fast day is observed on Sunday. Uva'osa Shabbos ochlim basav v'shosim yayin u'malan al shulchan afrila kesuda shlomo b'shato. And as the Gemara says, on that Shabbos you could eat meat, you could drink wine, even though it's actually Tisha B'Av, it's the 9th of Av, and you have a king's feast like Shlomo HaMelech on Shabbos. V'chein sharim shari Shabbos karagil, we sing regular Shabbos miras, she'ein avelus b'Shabbos, because there is no mourning on Shabbos. Ubevadai shekach hadin kasher Tisha B'Av chal b'yom rishon, sheb'Shabbos shalofanav nogen kebechol ha'Shabbosos. And certainly if Tisha B'Av is falling on Sunday, so in other words, if Shabbos is the 8th of Av, then certainly on that Shabbos you have regular Shabbos with no mourning. Ulam. Bein HaShabbos l'knisas hatzom yeshnu zman beinayim. However, from the time that Shabbos is going out until the time the fast comes in, there's a little bit of time. So you have this sort of gray area where Shabbos is not completely ended, and the fast or the restrictions of the fast have already begun. And this goes back to our earlier discussions of Zmanim from moons ago, pun intended, that we have a doubt as to when does the new day start and when does the previous day end. Does it end at Shkia Sechama with sunset, or B'tzei Kochavim, or with the appearance of the stars? So then that period, what we call Bein Hashmashos, between sunset and the appearance of the stars, whose Safek Yom Safek Laila, it has a doubtful status. Is it day or is it night? V'nikra Bein Hashmashos, and as I mentioned, this is called Bein Hashmashos, between the suns. So we have a mitzvah on the one hand that we have to add on to the Shabbos. So Shabbos, we don't end exactly when it's over. We give it a few moments after Tzeis. So it comes out, therefore, so therefore, from sunset until a few minutes after, or a few moments after Tzeis, there is a period that is shared between both Shabbos and the fast day, because as we mentioned, the fast begins already after sunset. So during that period, because of the Shabbos aspect, we can't do anything that appears like Avelus, she'ein Avelus b'Shabbos, because we have no mourning on Shabbos. Mineged, on the other hand, so things that can be observed sort of privately, which wouldn't conflict with Shabbos necessarily, we wouldn't do in deference to the morning part, meaning we don't eat, we don't drink, we don't wash, anoint ourselves, etc. So lefichach, therefore, beseuda shlishis ochlin kebechol Shabbos, you eat shalashudis like you would every Shabbos, v'chein mezamrim shiri Shabbos kebechol Shabbos, and we sing songs like you would any Zmiris, any other Shabbos. Ulam mafsikin lechov lishtos lefnei shkia secham, but it has to be concluded before sunset. Because one has to eat shalashudis before Shkia in general, but there's no mitzvah to conclude it after Shkia. You have to start before Shkia. So here, since we can conclude it, it doesn't come into any violation of Shabbos by concluding before sunset. We shouldn't sing songs of joy after sunset. And this is not a sign of mourning. Since it is not a generally accepted custom to sing happy songs every single hour of Shabbos. From sunset, we also refrain from washing, anointing, because then we're not really washing it all for the entirety of Shabbos. But certainly someone who goes to the bathroom after sunset during Peninei Shmashos, he should wash his hands as he normally would, because if you don't do so, then it would look like you're mourning on Shabbos. Nishtarim levushim bigdei Shabbos min alayim, and we still wear our Shabbos clothes and we wear regular shoes. Umamshichin l'sheves ala kisei, we still sit on a regular chair. V'lomar shalom zelazeh, we greet one another. Ad sheyetzu shlosha kochavim beinonim, v'yaver od kama dagos l'tosef Shabbos, until we have Tzeisa Kochavim, 3 medium stars, and a few moments afterwards to have Tosef Shabbos. And then Kashagia Tzeisa Shabbos, and when Shabbos, the time, and he says Kafiha Mufursam B'Luchos, when the prescribed time that Shabbos ends comes, Yomru Baruch HaMavdar Mekodesh L'Chol, you make the benediction to end Shabbos verbally. Ubezei Yipardu Me HaShabbos, and this will separate you from the Shabbos. Achar Kach Yastiros Hana Alayim, V'yivshetu Es Bigdei HaShabbos, V'yilbashu Bigdei Chol, Shekvar Lovshem B'Shavua Shavar, Shein Lilbash Begadim Chobasim Tisha B'Av. And then afterwards, we say Baruch HaMavdar, we take off our shoes, and we take off our nice Shabbos clothing. We wear the 9 days clothing, because we don't wear freshly pressed clothing on Tisha B'Av. The custom is that we delay Mariv on this Motzai Shabbos about a quarter of an hour, 15 minutes after Shabbos is over. Kedei shekol mispalam yaspikol hiparei min haShabbos beisam v'lachlosis min aleihem v'lachlifis b'gdeihem v'lavo lebeis hakneses l'tfilas arvus akris echa b'bigdei chol. This gives people enough time to verbally end Shabbos, to change into their Tisha B'Av wear, shoes, non-leather shoes, Tisha B'Av clothing, etc., and then everybody can get to shul on time for Mariv and the reading of Eicha in the appropriate fashion. So this does happen on a number of years, more often than one might think, but we have to know exactly what to do. It doesn't happen this year. This year, Tisha B'Av is on a Wednesday night and a Thursday, but these are good halachas to know nonetheless. So thank you so much for listening. Please continue davening for Chayli Tzvah Yisrael, for Shalom L'Chol Tzvah Yisrael, safe for your brothers and sisters in Israel. Learn each day little Nishmat Daniel Shemana Rav Darom L'Shem Shem B'Damo. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you here next time.